YouTube, it's your boy Estefanos, and I'm back with a new video. So, as you all know, the last couple videos I've been discussing a lot about Invincible. And I've noticed that my Invincible videos get a lot of views and traction because, let's face it, who doesn't love Invincible? I hear people talk about it online and in person every single day. So, why not? And one of the biggest things people seem to hate about Invincible is Mark always losing in a fight. Now, for the past 3 seasons now, Mark has got his ass kicked like so many times. Now, do I personally hate it? Yeah, kinda. But I understand why? Yes. Because it's part of his character. It's like Spider-Man. No matter how many times you get hit, you get back up. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, well, I didn't come just to hear that. I came to see you throw some hands. And I get it, but yeah, if you don't, but if you only come to see the fight, then you don't understand what the point of the character and what story they're trying to tell. And that's basically what I'm going to be discussing in this video. And before we start, make sure you guys like, comment, and as always, subscribe. We're close. We're getting close to 100 subscribers, and that's the goal. You know, I never thought I would actually get this many subscribers. 55 subscribers is actually kind of crazy, and I didn't honestly think a lot of people would watch my videos, and I appreciate every single one of you. So thank you. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, first of all, I love a good fight in both TV shows and movies because it's action. You know, you come to see, and it's quite badass. Let's face it. And I understand why people are always fed up, because Mark is legit so powerful, he could easily beat half of these people in a fight. Okay, unless it's like Conquest, Thrag, and Omni-Man, and pretty much, yeah, but like, overall, if you were to compare Mark to Season 1, then have his future fights, you can understand that the dude was still brand new. The dude is literally 17 years old and is thrust into fighting against monsters, aliens, all of the above. So Season 1, it makes sense because he's still brand new. And especially by like episode 5 and 8 are probably the most brutal beatdowns Mark has received. Battle Beast literally made blood come out of him. Like, the dude bounced him like a basketball and blood gushed out of him. I honestly thought, keep in mind, like I said, this is only episode 5. I thought Mark was done for. That's how intense this situation was. I'm still like, how the hell did Machine Head hire this guy? How? But anyways, I'm still shocked though that people were still giving hate on Mark. The fact that he doesn't want to fight. He tries voice of reason, and I appreciate about it. I really do, because that's the whole point of his character. The point of his name being called Invincible isn't about him just being able to fight. It's about him knowing what to do in certain situations and knowing when to fight and when not to fight. And he does it well in the show. He's not perfect, but he does his best. So Season 1, he gets, he's safe, you know? And let's face it, he doesn't want to kill anybody. He's a good guy with a good heart and sees the value in humanity. Unlike his dad in Season 1, who really, he was just acting like a soldier for Voltron and was getting it ready for the Voltron Empire to take over. Now, it's still wrong for what he did. Like, he basically committed genocide. But you can understand why. But after he's gone, Mark, and then this kind of leans into Season 2, but that's going to be for my Season 2 review, which is going to be next. But basically, the point of that season is Mark trying to prove he's not his dad, because he's still traumatized of what his dad put him through. And everyone is like constantly telling him, you're not your dad, you're not like him. And personally, I understand Mark, because I look up to my dad. As kids, we look up to people. We look at adults to give us the right path, you know, because We don't know better. We're too innocent for our own good. But season two, I would say Mark go. Season two and three, Mark go through it, especially the later half of season three. But season two was probably the most heated I was. The fact, oh my god, the fact that this guy legit put the villain of this season, the fact that he put Mark's family in danger just between something that wasn't really Mark's fault, and that's the main thing that pisses me off. Mark was trying so hard not to fight him because he understood that why the guy was acting like this. But oh my god, after what he does to Debbie, Mark crashes out, and it's a valid crash out. Like, if you do something to my parents, like if anyone's parents in general, who wouldn't do something to protect their parents? It makes perfect logical sense. Who wouldn't? But the thing I will say though is this: Mark was handling himself, being quite mature. Most kids his age would have crashed out, and he even states during the final battle, "You don't know what I've been through, how much I've been holding back. Bro has been holding back for so long by this point," and basically it leads to him to making a horrific mistake. And well, it's honestly sad. Like, you feel bad for him afterwards. Like, it's like that scene from Across the Spider-Verse where Miles is swinging in the rain and he starts having all these voices come back to him from the past, the present, and both Miles and Mark are like uncertain of who they are, where their place in the world, and that maybe everything would have been better if they hadn't come into the picture as superheroes. But and then this will make you feel like, yeah, Mark, he grew a lot this season. Even though this season's considered the weakest, it's still quite great. And then we get into season 3, which this is probably where people have the most controversial, because this is where the season where the fans really start to pick sides, because the message of this season is basically the idea, the story of the season. What is more important, the greater good or standing by by your morals, basically? And overall, you can understand both Mark and Cecil, since that's because I feel like at this point, for Mark, he believes that he believes certain people. He believes. Okay, this is literally okay. It was easy not to talk much about season 2, but for season 3, I might as well, because let's face it, the season's been out for a month, and Mark is at odds with, he's being tested left, right, and center. Everyone is telling him that he's gonna have to take lives and have to do things he doesn't want to do. I believe this season is what challenged Mark the most. In the start of the season, it felt like the first 2 episodes were probably the most intense, where Mark finds out that Cecil has been going behind his back and using villains to reform. But that's you understand where Mark is coming from. He saw these villains do horrible things to people. They kill people in cold blood. And whilst Mark is right, they definitely need to be arrested. That doesn't mean they can't change. And the only reason why I don't necessarily agree with Cecil as much as most isn't the fact that I'm blind or I'm childish or I'm a Mark Glazer. It's just the fact I'm in the middle. I'm more so on Mark's side, but I'm also understanding to where Cecil's coming from because of his backstory. But I'm kind of hesitant putting Darkwing on the Guardians just right after right away. You know what I mean? And I like this quote from Cecil: "We could either be the good guys or the guys who save the world. We can't be both." While Mark, he believes he's the good guy, and a lot of people find it that Mark is being childish, hypocrite, as Cecil puts it. And it's understandable as always, but still, I still overall get where Mark is coming from. You legit went behind his back. Where's the communication? You can just say Mark is just as bad, but Cecil isn't completely innocent as well. But, and I get why Cecil, because of what happened in season 1 of Omni-Man, but still. But what I do like is that despite that, the two are somewhat back on good terms by the end of this season. But bro, by I'm guessing season 4, that's gonna be a whole different story with a whole bunch of gonna be happening. But what I'm trying to say is, I get why people don't think Mark is childish and not selfish. He's right. Villains do need to be paid for their consequences. There are consequences for your actions. But in the end, that doesn't mean they can't be redeemed. But like, there's a fire line you can't cross, you know? But like, I get it, but also I disagree with it. And the fact that Mark holds back is that he knows how powerful he is. He chooses not to. He tries so hard not to kill. And he hesitates and second guesses himself. And to me, that's everybody in life, man. That's everybody. And I love how realistic the show handles it. It feels realistic and you love it. You don't have to like it, but you understand it, you know? But overall, though, would I say Mark is just as bad as Nolan or the Immortal or Duplicate? Hell no. He's one of the best. He is the titular character. He's the protagonist. So of course he's not going to be perfect. And that's what I love about him. He does his best. And he always tries to do both. He tries to be the good guy and the one who saves the world. You can do both in certain situations. Doesn't mean you can't always. But with that out of the way, what do you guys think? What would you guys say? For season 3, would you guys say you're Team Mark or Team Cecil? Comment down below and let's have a discussion. And tune in for my season 2 review of Invincible as well as season 3. I'm trying to upload these videos right away, and bro, I just love talking about this show. I really do. And I hope you all enjoy these discussions as always, because I love making these videos for you. But yeah, without further ado, hope you all have a great day as always. Take care and peace.